Okay, in this lecture we're going to talk about literal equations. These are equations that have variables in them, but they really are the same as what we mean by a formula. Alright, we know a number of formulas. We know, for example, that the circumference of a circle is given by 2 pi r. Notice that this is the radius, this is the circumference. So we have these two variables here, like this. Right, we have that the area, of course, equals pi r squared. So again, this is another literal equation. Right, we have distance is equal to the rate times the time, for example. This is another literal equation. Now, sometimes we want to find out t given r and d, and so we have to manipulate these types of equations. And so we're going to get some practice here at isolating a particular variable given a literal equation. So we're going to solve for the specified variable. Alright, part A. Let's suppose we have, let's do the easy one, distance equals r times t, and we want to solve this for t. Right, well, this is going to imply that, of course, we need to undo what's going on here, and this is a product, of course, and to do that we would actually divide both sides by r. So we'd end up with d over r is equal to rt over r, which of course means that implies then that t, because these would cancel, is equal to d over r. Okay? Alright, now part B, let's suppose I have something like s equals ka squared plus k bt. Okay, and let's suppose we want to solve this for k. Right, now we need to isolate k, so the first thing I need to do is get k by itself here by using a factoring, like so. Now be clear that this is just really some numerical quantity, and so what I can do is divide both sides by this numerical quantity given by a squared plus bt. So I get a squared plus bt over here. Of course this cancels here, so this is going to imply then that k is now by itself, because this is 1 over 1, is equal to s over a squared plus bt. And so we've now isolated k. Alright, what if we have something like this? Let's suppose we have 11 y plus 8 is equal to 2 by 4y plus 5x subtract 6z. Right, so again in this case here we have to, let's do this for, let's suppose we do it for y. Then we need to get all the y's together. So we need 11y plus 8y is on 8 on this side, and we distribute here to get 8y plus 10x, and we subtract our 6z. So I'm going to subtract 8y from both sides, and I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. So this will imply then that 11 minus 8 is 3y is going to be equal to, these will cancel, 8y minus 8y is 0. 8 subtract 8 is 0. So I'll have a 10x minus a 6z subtract an 8. And of course now we can divide everything through by 3, and make sure you do everything by 3, which implies then that y is equal to 10x minus 6z subtract 8 over 3. Right, and that's how we do that kind of problem. And of course we have a very popular formula that we often work out, and that's simple interest. And the formula for simple interest is given by I is equal to P R T, where P is what we call the principal. That's how much we have initially. Alright, so this is the principal. We also have R is the rate. This is a percentage rate per year. Okay. And T is the time that we are investing it or paying it off, and that is in years. So make sure you got the formula, make sure you got the units correctly. Right, so let's suppose, let's do an example here. Okay, so let's suppose if John Smith, all right, invested let's suppose $2,580 in a savings account. Okay, for 9 months, at an annual simple interest rate of 6%, say. Okay. How much interest will he earn? All right, so let's identify some things here. The principal, of course, is what is invested initially, which is $2,580. The rate is 6%, which is 0.06. All right, is 6%. 6 divided by 100. That's per year. Okay. And for 9 months. Now we need to be careful here. 9 months. The time is 9 months, which is 9 over 12 years. Which, of course, if we divide through by 3, it's going to be 3/4 of a year. So make sure you're in years. That's the important thing. Okay, so the interest that he earns is going to be PRT. So this is going to be 2580, I'll put parentheses, times the rate, which is 0.06, times 9/12. Which is 3/4. Put 3/4 there, which is 0.75, of course. So it's 2580, all right, by 0.06 by 0.75 is 3/4. And when you calculate that, this will be $116.10. And that's how much interest he would get. So he would earn $116.10. If only we could, right? Okay, so that's how we do it.